You're paying $200 a month for Claude, and right now there is a model that claims to be doing a better job, much cheaper, and is open source. That model is GLM 5.2. On screen here, I've built a clock pendulum style using Opus 4.8 and also GLM 5.2. Let me know in the comments below which is GLM 5.2 and which is Claude Opus 4.8. And if you really want to know which one is done by Opus 4.8 or GLM 5.2, watch this video entirely because we are going to build that together right now in the next few minutes. So in this video, I'm going to show you what GLM 5.2 actually is, how to use it, and what we can do with it, and exactly where it wins and where it doesn't. So let's start with the setup. I'm assuming that you already have Hermes installed. If you don't, I just recently did a video on how to set up Hermes. It is very easy to do, literally takes 5 minutes. You can watch that video, it's in the description or up here. Come back here and continue on from there. You can also use this model in other ways. I just like the ease of using Hermes, so that is my preference. But here we go. I am going to change the model in Hermes. So all you need to do here is, I've got Anthropic set up right now. It has my API keys and everything, but I am changing it to ZAI GLM, and that's going to ask me if my API key is correct. If you don't have the key set up yet, then it is going to ask you to get the API key. So what I would do is go into ZAI, z.ai/model API, and in here, if you log in, you're going to be able to get the API key and set it up. Now, just getting the API key is not going to work either. So what you do need to do is go into billing and add some money here. I have literally just given it $5. We'll see how long it can go. I've tested 1 or 2 prompts in the 0.05 that it has used so far. So anyway, you go in here, you get that key, and you apply some sort of a credit card to for it to use. Now let's go back into our terminal, and here I'm just going to say I want to keep it. I want to keep the base URL also the same. And as we keep going, it's asking me what model I want to use. I'm going to use GLM 5.2 because that's the one we're trying to test in this video. And with that, I am set up. So now if I just type Hermes, I'm going to get into the interface where GLM 5.2 is my model now. Now we're going to test this out with our prompt to create a wall clock. We're going to take the same prompt and run it also in Opus 4.8. Okay, so here's the prompt. So I am trying to build a single HTML file analog clock, and the clock should be a wooden cabinet aesthetic, dark walnut finish. I've given like details of how I want this clock to look, make it beautiful. Let's see what it is able to do. GLM 5.2 is at work, and it is starting out. It is synthesizing the information and what it wants to do with that. All right, after about 25 minutes or so, GLM 5.2 was able to get me an analog clock.html. It's telling me what is it with the details that it went for. It verified, and here were the steps that it used to verify, which is also great for me to know. 3 bugs that it caught. I love this summary, it's amazing. All right, I want to go open the browser to see the clock we generated, we created. Great. Oh my God. This is the clock it generated. Oh my God, I am in absolute love with this clock. This is exactly the old pendulum clock I was imagining, with the details included in here are really phenomenal, with like the gold pendulum and the Roman letters, and the hands look beautiful. So we'll go back here and we could potentially look at usage here and see the cost status. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing that here. So I have another way of doing that. Okay, So if we went back into our payment and billing information in Z.ai, this can tell us how much credits we used. And we are still at 3.28. We started from 4.95. All right, so perspective. It did this entire clock, ran for 25 minutes, and we used $1.65 to actually make this clock. All right, with that perspective in mind, so now we're going to go do the exact same thing with Opus 4.8, see the comparison. So here, I'm going to have to change my model again now to Anthropic. And as soon as I do that, it's going to ask me my login and my API key. And I'm going to use Opus from the model selection, Opus 4.8. All right, with that, we are ready to go. And I'm going to just go get into Hermes. Now we can see that our Claude Opus 4.8 is selected. That is the model we are using. And I'm going to give it the exact same prompt to build the clock. And our goal would be to understand how much it costs us and is the output any different? Better, worse, what is it like? So I'll let it work. Opus has done the task in 1.26 minutes. It is pretty fast. It was like 1 minute, 26 seconds, and 26 minutes, right? There's a huge difference. But here's where it has built it. The craftsmanship, all of these things that I talked about, the Roman numerals, they're all what it has tried to implement. So moment of truth, open the browser to see what it created. There we go. It has created, oh my God, Pinky and Company. That's what it called it. I love that touch. And the clock itself looks amazing. If I was to compare, the clock on the left is made by Opus 4.8 and the clock on the right is made by GLM 5.2. Honestly, they both look amazing. I would have been fine with either of them. There's pros and cons, obviously. The Opus 4.8 version, yes, I love the type of gold it has used and the personal touch of like Pinky and Company, beautifully implemented. It has done it in 1 minute and 26 seconds, which is amazing. And then on the right, this clock was built in 26 minutes, which is definitely a significant amount of time, but it is equally good. And we did it in $1.60 or so, right? So now let's go back and check how much money we spent on Opus. Total cost is $0.7196. Okay, so maybe the task that I used, this is where Opus is costing a little bit less and, or half, I guess, costing half and performing really good in terms of time and giving me also a superior result. Versus GLM, it took $1.65 versus GLM 5.2, which took twice the money, 26 minutes, and gave me similar result. So in conclusion, here's something worth considering. If you have, we are in the Uber era of LLMs where they got you hooked up with the large language models of your choices, and now the prices are going up, right? So having these options with things like GLM 5.2, Opus 4.8, giving them a try, knowing exactly where they are really good or not so good is extremely important. The companies that gave everyone Opus are already hitting governance problems because there are people creating just to reply to an email using Opus, which is not a good use of the strong model like Opus. So you need cheaper models. And the developers who are going to win in these next 2 years or so are going to be the people who can plug and play different models for different use cases. So if you have Opus 4.8, you may want to use it for your highest value tasks, and then maybe Sonnet, GLM 5.2, even Gemma for other tasks that are much cheaper but can be done by these models. Now, GLM 5.2 was built by Zifu AI and released 2 weeks ago. It's a 744 billion parameter mixture of experts model, massive on paper, but only activates about 40 billion parameters per token. And that's why it's fast and surprisingly cheap to run. It scores 69 points in coding, 5 points behind Claude Opus 4.8. Same for agentic and intelligence. Now, for an open source model, that gap has never been this small. And number two, it's genuinely 1 million token context window. Entire code bases can fit here. Now, months of project history all in one session. And number three, and this is the biggest one, it's MIT licensed, open source. You can run it, you can modify it, you can build commercially with it. There are no restrictions. Now, three things to take away here. One, GLM 5.2 is the closest open source has ever gotten to Claude Opus. Same results and comparable costs. You just watched me doing this. Number two is switching Hermes to GLM is literally just one step. You can do it in seconds. And number three is model chaining is the workflow. Local for everyday tasks, GLM, Gemma, open source models for execution, and then Opus only when you genuinely need it. Now, if you try the clock prompt, drop your result in the comments below. I definitely want to know what happened with your prompt and how you ended up using the cost and what type of results you got. And if you want more this type of practical content, comparisons, demos, prototypes, subscribe. And if you're looking to set up Hermes or learn more about AI agents, I have a few videos right here. You can go watch them and I'll see you there.